Good morning and welcome back to Public Affairs on Peace. This morning we are taking a look at ways to prevent child abuse and neglect. Constance Bankston has been through the Safe Care training in her own home, and she joins us now here in our studios and on the show. Constance, good morning to you, and I first want to say thank you for coming on and sharing part of your story, hopefully to help other moms who are out there and struggling. How did you even get involved with the people over at Safe Care?
Well, I took my daughter to the hospital, and by me being a first-time mom, I was kind of scared that something was going on with her. So I took her to the hospital, and I asked the doctor if there any help they can provide with me by being a first-time mom, teach me how to do some things to help my daughter. And by her growing, I want to be the best mother I can be for my child.
When you went to the hospital and you were having issues with your daughter, medical issues, they do these sort of health risk assessments. Is that kind of what they did with you?
Yes.
And take me through that process. What were the things that they were asking you? What were they looking for, and what followed after that?
They was asking me all types of questions by my background and medical history, asthma, high blood pressure, diabetes runs in my family. So they was asking me all types of questions like that, and found out that she had sickle cell trait. So I kind of took it hard, but they helped me cope with that issue. So.
Take me back to your childhood growing up. Did you have both your parents? What was kind of the structure that you had growing up?
I had both of my parents, and they was the best parents. They always tend to me, and sometimes my parents were always busy, so I had to learn how to stick together and remember how my mom and my dad raised me.
And that can be difficult, I think, sometimes for new moms, right?
Yes.
Especially if you don't have a ton of help around you all the time. And we've listened to some of the risk assessors out there say, a lot of people just don't know. They don't have a lot of the answers to that. So when they're at your home and they're kind of training you and they're asking you, take me through that whole process. Because when you kind of tell that to somebody, I would think that some moms would be, don't tell me how to raise my child.
Yeah.
But it was the opposite. For you. Take me through that experience.
Well, once Miss Renee came to my home, she actually made me feel comfortable as well. I made her feel comfortable in my home. And she greeted me with a smile, something I like for a person to do when they come to my home. So my child loved her. She actually reached out to her, and she was the first one she grabbed, actually. And it was kind of interesting and refreshing. When she came in, she actually looked around the home, and she actually observed some of the things that made me wrong, and she actually observed her and me interacting with her.
Just out of curiosity, what were some of the things that maybe they pointed out to you that you as a mother, a first-time mom, maybe not thought that it was anything bad at all? What was some of the things that they brought to your attention?
How she can actually reach some of the things that's lower at her height, really, like TV, for instance, and the product I had on the table, where it's dangerous pencil and pens, spoonwares, and stuff like that.
And what would you recommend something like this for other moms? I mean, you know other moms, right?
Yes.
Right. I'm sure you talk with a lot of other moms. Now that you've been kind of trained in this program, do you almost see other moms out there doing things and kind of spotting things that maybe they could do better?
Yes, I'm spotting things like the weather, how the weather changed. You dress your child according to the weather, because it is something called the colic, and that's something that parents is going to be actually frustrated with the colic for their child, and it's constantly crying. And so you have to actually keep a hat on her head and keep her covered up where she's not easily to get sick or the flu.
Do you think a lot of times, I don't know, perhaps you and your friends or other moms out there, is there sometimes not a lot of help, that you are having to work a couple of jobs just to make ends meet, and that sometimes remembering the basics about the child at the end of the day is sometimes the most crucial thing?
No, it's not hard for me because I have a lot of help. And by this, my mom, first grandchild, so she's very spoiled. So everybody love her, and they love to keep her, and they ask me to keep her. But I have to also, as a mother, remember to be very content when it comes down to people wanting to watch her, because you can't trust everybody watching your child, really.
What's the one thing that what's the one big thing that you learned through all of this?
I learned to sing to her, because that's what comforts my child. Sing to her while I give her a bath, get her dressed, constantly sing to her, and put her to sleep. It's a smoothing comfort for her.
Was it almost that they were trying to teach you that it's important to have these kind of bonding moments with your child?
Yes, it was very important because now her positive reaction is that she loves me more and she knows that I'm her mother. So I can be walking through the door and she'll say, "Mama." And she'll crawl straight to me, and I have to pick her up because that put a smile in my heart that she knows who I am.
And I think sometimes, when moms are out there and parents are out there, they're working so hard, they're tired at the end of the day. And sometimes they don't want to think about having the energy to have those special moments with their kids. They're just like, I just got to put food on the table. Mm-hmm. You got to do your homework and that's it. But they kind of teach you to go beyond that.
Yes, because I'm in school and I'm working at the same time. So when I come home, I get home around by 8:30 at night. And when I get home, she, like I said before, she knows me and she sees me walking through the door. So she crawls to me. I play with her for about 2 hours before I give her a bath and put her to bed.
All right. Advice that you would give other moms about this program?
About this program, listen. Just listen, do everything they tell you to do, stay focused because your child is going to need their mom. Every child needs their mom.
All right. Constance, thank you for coming on the show and talking to us about it. Congratulations on your daughter.